have smartphones and our constant connectivity changed the way we travel and the way we relate to one another through the places we visit? Towson University anthropology professors Samuel Collins and Matthew Durington tell us how their research led them to the new idea of networked anthropology.
When people travel somewhere today, they are rarely alone. Instead, their smartphones keep them connected through a mesh of social media to friends, acquaintances, and to different publics. That's how people travel now, and that's how they encounter places. When we received a contract for anthropological research along the Potomac Heritage National Scenic Trail, we reached for our smartphones first. The Potomac Heritage Trail follows along a complex network of over 700 miles of parks, historic sites, and trails from Virginia to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Along the way, it connects to different geologies, ecologies, demographics, institutions, national and state parks, communities, and practices. How do we understand this?
As cultural anthropologists, we are used to interviewing people and observing behavior. That's the bread and butter of anthropology. But there's too much going on to grasp through these place-oriented methodologies. So in this project, we combine those traditional methods with an examination of website links, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other social media, a combination that we call networked anthropology. What we found is, in a sense, what people already know. When you go somewhere, you post media about it, and that media is connected to different communities. When we combine place-based methods with social media analysis, we discover that parks are connectors. They connect people with the same hobbies, or people with similar structural relationships. Or finally, people who are doing completely different things, but are nevertheless connected through their relationships to the same places.
People who are biking on the Potomac Heritage Trail are connected to people who are biking on the Appalachian Trail, the Sierra Nevada Mountains, or the Levee Bike Paths along Lake Pontchartrain. In the same way, people who live along the Potomac Heritage Trail may be in different states, but they may have similar interests and concerns that we can track through social media. People who commute to work, connect to a park through their Native American heritage, or reenact famous Civil War battles may be doing completely different things, but in the same place. Each of these examples suggests new meanings for the Potomac Heritage Trail. With social media, the park is literally more than the park itself. It includes communities and relations that range all over the world.
In addition, analyzing social media alongside interviews and observations gives us some ideas about new connections that could be made through the park in the future. For example, on the basis of our research, we've prototyped apps for people to use along the C&O Canal that would connect them with the local businesses not visible from the trail itself. What our research shows is that we are all connected to national resources, and one of our goals is to demonstrate that connectivity and help to foster it through a networked anthropology. Ultimately, we think that our research contributes to the way social media sets up a spectrum of relatedness to place. We make places our own through our interactions with them, but social media also sets up a series of potential places through networked sociality.
Professor Collins and Professor Durington's book, Networked Anthropology, can be found at networkedanthropology.tumblr.com. Maryland Humanities is a statewide nonprofit that creates and supports educational experiences in the humanities that inspire all Marylanders to embrace lifelong learning, exchange ideas openly, and enrich their communities. Humanities Connection is produced by Maryland Humanities for WYPR. For Maryland Humanities, I'm Phoebe Stein.